Good, and then when you can feel ready, just gently allowing your eyes to open, to lift. I'm sorry if the sound's a little bit different this time, but please let me know, speak up if it's not coming through at all, okay? So letting your right knee bend, linking your fingers around it, drawing it in. Nice long spine, long neck. And then seeing if you can take your knee across your body in your left hand. So coming into a twist. You might look up, or you might be looking towards that right hand, that right arm. Good, and then releasing out. And then just seeing if you can switch it up. So link your fingers around your left knee, drawing it in close, reaching out through your right leg. And then taking this knee across your body too. The left arm can reach out. Good, one more breath. And then releasing out again. Okay, so both of your feet can be on the floor about hip distance. Knees can be bending. Arms at your sides, palms facing down. And then you can inhale here and then exhale, pressing down through your feet, beginning to lift into your hips, lifting into your back. Kind of opening through the front plane of your body here. Good, and then you can gently release and roll your back down, your hips, drawing your knees in, holding your knees or swaying a little bit in your knees. Good, and then let the soles of your feet come together on the floor. Knees can splay out to the sides. And seeing if you can link your fingers together and then have your arms over your head. And just kind of flipping your palms, seeing if you can press out through your hands here. So lengthening through your arms. A little bit of a tuck in your belly. So kind of opening through the kind of the sides of your trunk, your ribs. Again, seeing if you can feel your breathing all the way down into the bottoms of your lungs. And in this position, you might even see if you can just bend your body a little bit towards the right. So kind of scooting your shoulders maybe a little bit towards the right. Keep grounding down through that left hip area. And then seeing if you can come back to center and then switch it up. So seeing if you can bend a little bit towards your left. Good, and then again, you can just kind of release out, come back to center, release your arms, and then take the outsides of your legs, just draw your knees in together, and then you might bring your knees in towards you, and you can hug your knees or sway in your knees a little bit. And then linking your fingers around your right knee, pressing straight out through your left leg, and rocking all the way up into sitting. So coming into a comfortable cross-legged position here. grounding down. And hands can be on your knees and just beginning to rotate a little bit in your upper body, in your torso. Good, and then circling the other way too. That's it, and then having your right hand at your side. Inhale, left arm can lift up, and then exhale, you can curve a little bit towards the right. Just opening into the side of your body here. Feeling your ribs getting a stretch, your waist. Good, and then you can release out of it, coming back up. And then with your left hand, just seeing if you can make an L shape in the left hand here. We're in the fall and we're looking at nourishing the lung energy channel, which flows down the arm to the thumb, and then also the large intestine, which comes up the back of the arm, the back of the shoulder, and then into the face. Okay, so just thinking about working with this L shape. So you can reach out towards the left. See if you can point up through the index finger, forward through the thumb, and you might even let the arm begin to open a little bit towards the left. And you can continue looking this way, or you might find that you actually look back towards the right side a little bit here. Just kind of sensing into that. It's fine to bend the elbow. Good, and then you can just release out for a moment here. Shake into the arm, the hand a little if you need to. And then left arm can reach straight out, and then let the arm come across your body. And the right hand or the arm can come up. So you're kind of pulling that left arm in. So you're getting a nice stretch through the back of the shoulder there. The again, kind of that large intestine area. Good, and then releasing out when you're ready here. Okay, and then hands can be down behind you, fingers pointing behind you, and then just think about opening through the front plane of your body here. So kind of arching through your back a little. Some people like to lift the hips off the ground, and you're welcome to do that. Chin can be tucked or lifted. Or if your neck's in good shape, you can even let your head hang back a little bit. Just really opening, breathing nice and deeply. Good, and then you can let your chin tuck and let your hips come down if they were lifted. Okay, you might need to shake out a little bit into the wrists again. And then switching your legs, okay, so whichever leg's out in front, bring it on the inside. And then think about switching the arms too. So left fingertips or palm at your side. Inhale, right arm can reach up. And then exhale, just kind of gliding over, finding that side stretch. Good, and then when you're ready, you can release out. Okay, and then thinking about that same L shape on the right side. So just kind of reaching out through that right arm, pointing up through the index finger, forward through the thumb. And then you might even kind of open a little more that way. It's fine to bend the elbow and soften the shoulder. Or you might find you're looking forward instead, or even a little towards your left side, but your awareness is still in that L shape. Just kind of noticing some of the sensations there, or things freeing up. Good, and then you can release out again here. Okay, and then let your right arm this time, same arm, right arm reaches out, and then let it come across your body. So left hand or elbow can take the right, and just relax into your shoulders a little bit. So getting that back arm stretch, that shoulder stretch. So nourishing that area. Good job. And then you can release out again here. Okay, shaking out. And then same thing as before. You can maybe let your hands, let your arms be back, fingers pointing away from you. And once again, you might keep the hips grounded and just kind of arching into the back. Chin can be tucked or lifted. Or you're welcome to bring the hands in a little bit more and do the same thing with the lift. Chin can be tucked or lifted. Again, just really let your front of your body open here. Really opening and releasing through your lungs, through your shoulders, through your belly. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then chin tucks. And once again, just releasing and shaking into your wrists again. Okay, and then lengthen through your legs here. So bouncing into your knees a little bit. And if you want to do a few ankle circles, you can. Just trying to move into all of those toes. And then coming the other way too. And then letting the soles of your feet come together, and they can be out in front of you. So you've got a diamond shape going on in your legs. You're welcome to bring the feet pretty far in front if you want. And then feeling your sitting bones down on your mat or on your blanket. Hands can be on your knees or on your ankles or on your feet. Might even let the elbows rest on the lower legs. And then just beginning to gently kind of lean forward through the crown of your head. You might even let your chin tuck. You can let your spine round, like you're going to rest your forehead in your hands here. Noticing how that feels on the outsides of your hips. Kind of letting things soften and open here. One more breath. Good. And then when you're ready again, you can release back up and out of it, taking the outsides of your legs, and then just flopping your knees a little bit side to side. Okay, and then feet can be on the floor about hip or shoulder distance. And then again, hands can be behind you here, maybe under the shoulders. And you might just do a similar thing, like just kind of arching into your back a little with the chin tucked or lifted. Or you're welcome to really ground down through your hands and lift into your hips. Kind of pressing up. You can, again, look forward or up, or you can even let your head hang back. And nice and strong in your glutes here, your hands and shoulders. Good job. And then letting your chin tuck, letting your hips come down to the floor. Okay, comfortable cross-legged position again, and then again, just shaking out into your wrists, making sure all is well. in your wrists. Okay, and then coming forward into a tabletop position. So hands can be at your shoulders, knees can be at your hips, spreading through your fingertips, grounding down through your palms. And then when you're ready, you can let your toes tuck under, you can let your knees lift, you can let your hips lift up and back, looking back between your legs. So it's fine to bend your knees and really send your hips high. You might have some movement, some pedaling, or maybe not. Good, and then you can let your knees come down to the floor here, and then step your right foot forward between your hands. Okay, and you might do kind of like a runner's lunge where you let your back toes tuck under and just kind of rocking a little bit front and back. Can always have blocks under your hands. Good, and then let that knee come down in the back. So you might need to put a blanket under your knee, or you might need to even double up on the mat or something like that. Okay, and yeah, again, just you might have your hands on the leg in front, and you might be sinking and releasing, rocking, or it might feel better for some people like to have the fingertips on the floor, and they can do the same rocking. Good. And then again, just coming up into a kind of like a low lunge here where you can feel nice and grounded. And then maybe your hands can either come onto your hips, or maybe they can be on kind of pointing down, kind of on the tops of your glutes here. And then just thinking about really opening through the front plane of your body, relaxing your shoulders, your chest, drawing your elbows together back there, breathing. Again, chin can be tucked or lifted. And breathing all the way down into the bottoms of your lungs here. Good, and then just releasing for a moment. Okay, and then making L shapes again, like you've got a box here, or like a frame. And then just seeing if you can lift into your arms. So kind of reaching up. You might even be looking up and through the box there. That's it. And then just seeing if you can let the arms separate. So coming wide in those L's. Okay, and then you might even turn. So like you've got water guns here. So you're turning and kind of shooting out through your index fingers. Think about your thumbs pointing up and back a little bit. So kind of lifting through the big, kind of the thumb pad and the palm there. Is it really feeling it from L to L? Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing your arms. Hands can come down. Right leg can come back. So you're in a table again, spreading through your fingers. And when you're ready, once again, just let your toes tuck under. Let your knees lift. Let your hips lift. So making your body into a mountain. Good, and then you can let your knees come down to the floor again here. And then step your left foot forward. Okay, so again, hands on either side. You might have blocks down there. Just if it feels good, you're welcome to let your back toes tuck under and lift into the back knee. And just kind of rocking a little bit front and back here. Good, and then once again, let that back knee come down to the floor and do what you need to do to make it feel good. And then once again, we can just do a little bit of the rocking if you can. So hands might just simply be on that front leg and softening into it, front and back here. Or again, you might just let the fingertips come down and do the same movement. Good. And then when you're ready, once again, just coming up into a low lunge if you're not there already. Okay, and then once again, think about making that box or that frame with the L's. And then once again, relax your shoulders and begin to lift up. Okay, and then once again, just see if you can let the arms come out to the sides. And again, just think about maybe turning so that the index fingers are pointing out and the thumbs are pointing up and back here. So you're kind of lifting through the thumb pads there. And you might even feel kind of like some electrical sensations or just some stuff releasing, just being with that, feeling into that. Good, and then release your arms a little bit, and then we need to do the chest opener at the front. Okay, so with the front of the body. So have your hands on your hips or on your glutes, and then again, just thinking about kind of letting the elbows draw together back there. Chin can be tucked or lifted, just softening a little bit into your sternum, your collarbones, your shoulders. Good, and then again, you can release down. What'd you say? Are you lunging forward? You can, it's up to you. Yeah, sometimes that can, we've been in it for a while, so sometimes that leg can feel kind of sore or a little tired, and you can ease off of it. Yeah. And then hands can come down, and then leg can go back, and then just try to push back into a frog shape, a frog position. So toes can tuck under, and it's kind of like you sit back over your feet, and the knees can splay out to the sides a little bit. So hands can either, arms can be resting on your legs if you want, or hands on a block. You can always bring the palms together. Some people like to have the heels on the floor. That's fine too. It's kind of opening through your inner legs here. Breathing into it. Good. Taking one more breath. And then when you're ready, just gently, slowly taking your time, coming all the way up into standing. Might need to walk your hands up your legs. Okay, so you're standing. And having your feet about hip or shoulder distance. Knees can be nice and soft here. They can be bending. And actually, when you have your knees bending, just see if you can rest your hands on your knees, pressing back through your hips here. Or you can have the elbows on the knees. Or you can just begin to waterfall forward over your legs here. Now you might have that chin tucking, looking back between your legs, getting a nice stretch through the back of your body. Breathing. Good, and then when you're ready, on your inhale, your knees can bend and you can roll your body all the way up into standing. So coming up, and then just doing a few shoulder circles here. So inhale, your shoulders can shrug up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale up. That's it, back and down. Good, up, back and down. Good, and then just seeing if you can come to the front of your mat, feet about hip distance. Okay, and then taking a big step back in your right foot. So seeing if you can either have the back heel be lifted, that's fine, or you can turn the foot out a little and ground down through the heel. Okay, so nice and strong here. And then you can, again, maybe have your hands on your lower back or kind of pointing down from the tops of the glutes there. So once again, you might have the chin tuck and just opening a little bit through your chest, through your lungs. Letting your elbows kind of draw together back there. Good, one more breath. That's it. And then you can release your arms here. Point your fingers down towards the floor, and then just beginning to lift up through your arms. A little bit of a tuck in your belly. Sit strong in your arms. That's it, good. And then from here, just seeing if you can come down. So seeing if that right knee can come down to the floor. And then just seeing if the left leg can reach out. Left hand can kind of glide down the leg. So inhale, the right arm lifts. And then exhale, you can kind of side bend a little towards the left. That's it, coming into kind of like a gate pose here. Just feeling the side of the body. Just feeling that in your right rib area. Kind of that side lung area, breathing kind of down into the bottoms of the lungs. Good, and then releasing out, and then having your right hand on a block or on the floor, rooting down through that left foot, and then just seeing if you can reach up through your left arm, through your left hand. And then again, you might find you can kind of make that L shape again here. So you're kind of shooting up through the water gun. Rooting down through that left foot. You might even kind of turn and let the arm hang back a little bit, or maybe a little towards the kind of back by your, towards your head a little bit, diagonally. Good, one more breath. And easy does it. You might bend that left knee, hands come down in front of you. And then once again, you're in a tabletop position. Okay, and then once again, just see if you can let your toes tuck under, pressing up and back, high through your hips. And then you can let your knees bend. Maybe you can walk your hands back towards your feet here. And you might inhale and lift a little bit. Exhale and fold a little bit. And then inhale, you might let your knees bend. And you can again just begin to roll up all the way into sitting, into standing. Okay, and then once again, come towards the front of your space. Okay, once again, standing tall, knees are soft. So we're going to do that with the other leg this time. So stepping back in the left foot. Okay, so once again, you can have that heel be lifted, or you can ground down if that feels right. So hips are more or less square with the front of the space here. Okay, and once again, just starting off, maybe you can have your hands on your lower back or fingers pointing down your legs, and just kind of coming into that chest opener a little bit. Just having a softness there. You may need to recalibrate the legs a little so you're able to feel, to soften into it. Good, and then you can kind of release a little bit. Once again, arms can hang down, fingers can point down, and then on your inhale, you can begin to lift into the arms. And reaching up, relaxing your shoulders a little bit. And breathing, again, so the lungs are associated with kind of letting go and releasing. And that's their function, and that's what's happening in the fall too. So we're blending with that ability to release or let go. Good job. And then you can release the arms. Okay, you might lengthen into that front leg a little bit here. Okay, and then take your time, easy does it. See if you can bring the left knee down to the floor. And then this time, just see if the right foot can step out to the side. Okay, and then right arm this time can glide down the leg, or it can just stay on the right hip. Inhale, left arm up, and then on your exhale, just beginning to curve a little bit towards the right this time. Settling into that sweet spot. Sometimes it means you need to ease off of things a little bit so that your muscles, your body can soften a little bit more. Good job. And then when you're ready, no forcing. Okay, left hand can come down to the floor or down to your block. And then again, you can reach up through the right arm this time. So kind of expanding, radiating through from hand to hand and foot to head. And then again, you might just kind of make that L shape and like you're spraying water up towards the ceiling. Or you might even let the arm hang back a little bit, or even a little bit back diagonal towards your head. That's it, no forcing, good breathing. That's it, good. And then when you're ready, the right arm can release, and hands can be down, right knee can come back. Okay, and then once again, take your time, no rush. Just seeing if you can spread through your fingers, your palms, let your toes tuck under, lifting up and back, right through your hips. And once again, let your knees bend when you're ready, maybe. You can walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, you can just fold a little bit. And then on your inhale, once again, you can roll your body all the way up into standing tall. All right, so stepping hip or shoulder distance, knees are soft. Fingertips can be on your shoulders. Okay, sinking down, and then just beginning to rotate a little bit side to side. Good, and then gently, slowly, when you're ready, coming back to center. Okay, and then just seeing if you can kind of same stance, arms can reach up here, knees are soft, and then do the same thing, just reaching up and turning a little bit side to side. Good job, and then gently, slowly coming back to center, and then just letting one shoulder at a time lift. The opposite shoulder releases, kind of like up, down, down. Really let this torso area be nice and fluid, nice and gel-like. Good, and then coming back into standing, okay? And then seeing if you can turn towards the right and take a wide stance here. So coming into a kind of a wide-legged stance. And having your feet angle out, okay? So feet are going to angle out at 45-degree angles or so. Okay, and we're thinking about kind of your lower belly drawing in a little bit, and your lower back kind of flattening, and your tailbone, your sacrum kind of scooping under a little bit. So finding that kind of power stance here. Good, and then let your palms come together in front of you, and just focusing your eyes on a point for a moment or two. Lower body strong, upper body's relaxed and light. Good, and then with your left hand, draw an imaginary bowstring. Right hand's going to make that L shape. So on the inhale, looking out towards the right, and then exhale, bring your palms together. We'll do the same side. Okay, inhale, drawing, nice and taut. Exhale, release. Good, inhale. Release. Good, and on the last one, just seeing if you can stay nice and you're just holding this position, breathing a couple of breaths here. Breathing all the way down. Strong in your legs. Expanding from elbow to the L. Good, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Arms release, legs can lengthen, and then stepping your feet in together and bouncing out a little bit. Okay, and then once again, find that same stance, okay, with the feet angling out and the knees bending in line with your toes. Okay, once again, kind of tucking in your belly a little bit, scooping under back there. Okay, once again, palms together. Just taking a breath or two here, focusing your eyes on a point. That's it, and then right hand can draw the bowstring this time. Left hand makes the L. So on the inhale, looking towards the left, and then exhale, release. Good, once again, inhale, nice and taut, and release. Good, inhale, release, and then on the last one, you're welcome to stay drawn here. Reaching out through your elbow, pressing into that L shape. Breathing all the way down into the bottoms of your lungs. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then release. And then legs can lengthen, stepping your feet all the way in. Once again, bouncing out a little bit. And then once again, step wide. This time feet can be parallel though. You can still bend your knees if you want to and send your hips back. You can always do that to protect your lower back. Okay, and then inhale, opening through your chest. And then exhale, you can begin to come forward slowly, safely. Hands on your block or on the floor. You might need to readjust your feet a little bit. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, you can let gravity do its thing, just kind of weighing you down. You might let your chin tuck, looking back between your legs here. Just opening into things. Good, and then when you're ready, push down through your hands, lift and lengthen a little bit, and then maybe just rocking a little bit side to side, kind of bending maybe into a leg and lengthening into a leg, and then doing the other side. Good, and then hands can be on bending knees or on your hips, and you can inhale and then exhale gently, slowly coming all the way into standing. Okay, stepping your feet in together again here and just kind of bouncing out or shaking out, doing what your body might need to do. Okay, so standing nice and tall still here. Okay, feet about hip or shoulder distance. Okay, and seeing if you can have your left hand resting on your sternum, kind of on your chest here. And then just let your right arm reach out. Okay, knees are soft. And then just beginning to open a little towards the right side. So twisting that way. And then you may find that the right palm can flip towards the ceiling. So you're kind of rotating up. You're lifting through that pad, that thumb pad in your palm a little. And you can even let the left hand slip away from your chest over towards that elbow or over towards the armpit. And you might even let that palm face up towards the ceiling as well. So just really softening in your shoulders, radiating out. So from your fingertips all the way through to your left elbow there, letting things be wide open. Breathing all the way down. Good, and then when you're ready, just releasing out, coming back. Okay, shaking out a little bit into your arms. Feet about hip distance still. Right arm reaches out, and then let it come across your body this time. So left hand or arm can come up, and just supporting that right arm. So again, feeling the stretch in the right shoulder area. You might even find you're looking a little bit towards the right there. Good, and then once again, just releasing out in that arm. Okay, shaking out, bouncing out as you need to. And then this time have your right hand on your chest. Okay, left arm's gonna reach out. Palm can face forward and grounding down through your legs and waist. And then just beginning to turn a little towards the left. And then once again, you may find that the left palm flips. So you're particularly lifting through that left thumb pad. And then you might let the right hand slip away from your chest towards your armpit. You might even relax the arm and let the palm rotate towards the ceiling. And then just relaxing in your shoulder girdle, relaxing across your chest, your torso. Letting your lungs be nice and spacious and free. And breathing all the way down. Good job. And then once again, just releasing out. Okay, arms coming back. Okay, and then left arm will do the shoulder thing. So left arm out and then across, and the right arm can come up. And then relax into your shoulders a little bit. You might look a little towards the left. Good job. And then again, you can release out of it. You might step a little wider than shoulder distance. Knees are soft, sinking down, arms at your sides, and then just letting your arms swing a little bit side to side. Nice and loose. Good, and then gently, slowly coming back to center. Okay, and then turning once again and facing the front of the space, the front of your mat. Standing tall. Good. And then from here, just seeing if you can come all the way down into sitting. Okay, so comfortable cross-legged position down here. Welcome to sit on a blanket or on a block. Rooting down. And then right hand can be on your left leg. Left fingertips are palm down behind you. Inhale, grounding and lengthening. And then exhale, beginning to turn a little towards your left. Good job. And then releasing, coming back. You might rotate a little bit. And then switching your legs, whichever leg's out in front, bring it on the inside. Left hand on your right leg, right fingertips are palm down behind you, grounding and lengthening, and then softening and beginning to turn towards your right. Breathing. Good, and then when you're ready again, you can come back. Again, you might rotate a little bit. And then from here, just coming to rest down on your mat. You might start off in a ball. You might hold into a ball for a moment or two here. And if you have any final movements or things that you need to do, go right ahead, take your time. But then just relaxing down, legs and arms falling out to the sides, hips and shoulders opening. If it's comfortable for you, allowing your eyes to close. And tuning in once again to the rising and sinking, the ebbing and flowing of the breathing, low down in your body. Tuning in to the rising and sinking of the breathing in your belly, perhaps. Just noticing your breathing all the way down into the bottoms of your lungs. So we did a decent amount of work on really looking after our lung system. Very much seen as having a close connection with the fall. And the more you can kind of boost your lung system, the more things can flow and open, the more we're able to readily release, readily let go, kind of move into the fall with a lightness, with a fresh slate. So as you relax, as you breathe, your yoga practice will have a chance to just settle in, allowing your yoga work to permeate every cell of your body so that it can really benefit you in the long term. Breathing, relaxing, releasing. Very simple. Inhaling, exhaling. releasing, relaxing, being with your breathing. And when you can feel ready, gently beginning to move into your fingers and moving into your toes. And when you can feel ready in your own time, coming to rest on your right shoulder, on your right side. And again, in your own time, making your way up into a comfortable seated position. And just taking a few final breaths here. In, out, in, out, in, out. Bringing your palms together, rubbing into your palms, tapping from the crown of your head down the back of your neck, all the way to your lower belly. Grounding and centering